I take care for classic cars and classic bikes. I'm a mechanic. We decide in this time, get out to the USA. Another guy said, you can just trade your stuff without investment and employees.
Basically, we would want to see months of trade.
Yeah, and that we don't have that in our...
Yeah. So I would say maybe the E-2 is a better fit, and you could buy, equipment, you could, rent a place, and you could spend 80, 100K on your E-2 business and get the visa that way. Where are you right now?
In California, an hour from LA.
Nice. And where's home for you guys? Germany?
Yes, we're from Germany originally, and we decide to make a little cut in our normal life. We are both self-employed, self-office work, and now we are in LA for 3 months, and we visited the completely West Coast. We made a road trip, and
nice.
We fell in love with this country, and we want to stay. So now we try to figure out how we can do that. So we went to 2 attorneys. The one said, I'll make an E-2, you have enough money. And the other said, make an E-1, you have enough stuff. But for both, I'm not eligible because...
You think so?
I'm thinking so. I don't have a trading history that's substantial, more than $200,000. But I would like to trade some classic motorcycles and parts and that stuff. That's what I'm doing for the last 20 years in my country.
Nice.
So I'm take care for classic cars and classic bikes. I'm a mechanic. In the moment, it's like a passive income because of the storage building. And we decide in this time, now let's have a break and get out in the country to the USA and go to the campgrounds and take time with the family, because that is what we're missing the last.
How old are your kids?
Now my son is 14, my daughter is 18 now. And
nice. Okay. What town are you thinking about residing in?
I would like to live close to San Francisco.
Okay, so close to San Fran. What type of work do you do?
Oh, I'm a kindergarten teacher.
Oh, great.
Special education.
So is the idea maybe does the investment and then could get a job working in special ed?
Yeah, that was the idea.
In the first time.
In the first time, and another guy said, you can just trade your stuff without investment and employees.
I mean, basically, we would want to see months of trade.
Yeah, and that we don't have that in our...
Yeah. So I would say maybe the E-2 is a better fit, and you could buy, equipment, you could, rent a place, and you could spend 80, 100K on your E-2 business and get the visa that way. So we would be happy to open up the company, get the tax ID, business bank account, the business plan, prepare the E-2 visa petition, bring in the attorney, and basically give you like a one-stop shop package for you guys.
So we would like to do that. Yeah, we are excited from this idea to bring our stuff here. We could have some classic motorcycles like for the investment, or we can put money on the bank account.
You want to have like spent on equipment or transferred of the inventory of like 80K or more. We guarantee results if you show invested 100K. And 20K could be working capital, but we guarantee if you don't get the E-2 visa after a second attempt, we give you back our professional fees.
Yes. So what we did in the meantime, so I told you we went to the first attorney and we started a business plan, and he connected us to another guy. He would like to set up the business, and both of them didn't respond anymore. And but we were in the state of setting up the business, and so I did it alone.
Cool. So you have an LLC in California already?
Yes.
Great.
Hopefully that was not too fast, but we get confused of these 2 conversations. I have a guy here, he's helping us with
all we need.
With all we need. So we have a little flat here, we have a camper trailer hear from him, and he's just take a few calls, and then we were set up the LLC. Hopefully that's not make it difficult.
No, we can complement your process.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will do that. We have a business plan. It's a little bit more.
We're going to do the business plan for the consulate in Frankfurt, or maybe you could go up to Toronto If you're already in California, you could fly up to Toronto and get the E2 visa then, or potentially Dominican Republic or another place, because Toronto is now taking 2 months. Or we have good experience with Frankfurt. We have 100% final approval rate there. We want to have everything set, then we can decide on the consulate together with the attorney and what makes most sense for you guys. The immigration business plan is going to be more for the consulate, and we're going to adjust the page count for Toronto versus Frankfurt, once a different style. But we move pretty fast. From the date you engage us, we expect you to have the E2 visa in hand, including for your 14 and 18-year-old, in 3 to 6 months. So it's going to be A to Z. We document the source of funds. We go back and forth on how you're investing the capital. We just brought in a former consulate staffer that worked for 10 years at a U.S. consulate, and he was responsible for the E2 visa division. So he is working very closely with all our clients that are applying for the E2 visa and looking at hundreds of prior cases of what's worked while he was at the U.S. consulate. And then our client service team is run by an immigration attorney. So you're in good hands from A to Z. We've been doing this for 10 years now, about 10 years. We started the company in October 2015. And we've helped a bunch of different automotive related businesses. We're working on a case for a Canadian right now from Montreal, and we've done parts businesses in the past. We're happy to help you, and we have a pretty tight process that we move through. And as I mentioned, we offer a money back guarantee as long as you meet the minimum criteria on the investment and a few other items.
So when you ask in your contact form for the attorney which we activated, did you contact him or?
No. I think we just ask, like, in general, have you spoken to other attorneys? So if you haven't engaged anyone, we would prefer you engage us, and then we pay the attorney from part of the fee. And then part of that fee goes to one of the attorneys in our network that will be doing the filing for your case.
Okay. So we can just pay him what he's done already, some copies as well, whatever, and then the whole process
exactly
is working with you, only with you and your attorneys.
Yeah, we prefer that because we can hold the attorneys accountable. Like we're like a general contractor, so we're overseeing the full process, and we have attorneys. We give a lot of volume. In 3 months, 20 cases. So if they're not performing, we have standard service level agreements with them in terms of responsiveness, filings, approval rates. So we hold them pretty tight, and that will ensure that you get your petition filed in an appropriate time frame, and that you're working with competent professionals.
That's perfect for us. So in the meantime, were really sure if these guys are doing what we want, because we waited now for a response for 2 weeks. Nothing happened, and we pushing forward, but nothing happens. Okay, so I decide to get more information, and I saw you in the YouTube channel, and you talked to some other people. They have issues as well, and you just come out with completely process and what to do, what to pay, and I like to start that with you guys. And
perfect. So I'll just send you the contract. But once you execute the contract and make the payment, whether the full payment or the initial payment, within 48 hours, basically 2 business days, we'll have that onboarding video call with my team, and we start working on your case.
That sounds good. And I tell you what, we would like to do that in Toronto and visit. But after 3 months, that's our last day in LA, and we have to fly back today.
And how's the vibe in Germany now? Is it like pretty down with like politics, economy, and everything?
It's sad.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, but we didn't make bad experience here, so we only met nice people, and we are really open to our business. And
people are very like in Europe. Because there's not crazy growth, there's a pie that gets cut. Where in the US, and especially San Fran, it's like, how can we increase the space? And there's money for everyone, and let's grow together. So it's a very different mentality. I prefer the let's grow together and innovate together, rather than you could be a competitor, or I'm not going to tell you this. It's a very different business style. The market's so damn big. That's the thing. There's usually more to benefit from even somewhat competitors. Usually they have some niche that they're more focused on than you. So
Okay.
Yeah.
What we like to have just to go forward is something like a to-do list or maybe a timeline. Do you have stuff like that?
definitely. Yeah. So basically we have an onboarding call where we send you a welcome kit that goes through a timeline that's a lot more detailed than what I showed on the website. That includes step by step what's needed from you, what we provide you, and what you can expect in terms of days, weeks that different steps should take. As long as you're following the process, things go pretty smooth.
Okay. We have a few questions because we take part in the green card lottery.
Nice.
Is that an issue?
Did you win it or no?
No.
I presume you didn't win it, so that's fine. No.
Okay.
Okay.
And like we'd love to help you, get a green card. This is going to be a better candidate because she's doing special education. We could work on probably a national interest waiver case for her. But many of our clients, we secure the E-2, and then right away we start thinking about the green card and setting our clients for success for the green card. And it's important too, so the 18-year-old is also included, and at least giving that option to your daughter to stay in the U.S.
Don't know if you heard about that. That seems to be a new law that business owner can write a petition now for himself or for themselves.
Yeah, for the green card, there's two different options to self-petition. You have EB1A, which is showing extraordinary ability, and then EB2NAW, that's showing national importance, so helping special needs children. And the autistic rate is much higher over the past few years, and there's a shortage of work. So we're able to position as, a potential candidate for that. For business owners, there's also the EB1C, but you should have like 8 or more employees in Germany for that category. So probably the best fit for you and your family would be either EB2NAW or potentially EB1A.
All right.
The other question is,
How long does it take?
no,
No.
that,
I want to make that faster.
yeah, he's in a rush.
We'll go as fast. Our team, like one of their KPIs, their performance metrics is how long clients are in the pipeline. So like they're incentivized to get you out, but we don't want to get you out too fast that it jeopardizes getting the approval. So we're going to move fast as possible, but we want you to still get approved.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So it's a medium.
The other question is, are we allowed to be in the US when the process is running?
Yeah. I mean, most of our clients are in the US starting their business. They're on ESTA, and maybe the business is open. It's making a few $1,000s, and then they apply for the E-2 visa.
Okay, sounds good. So we could make another vacation, stay in the US in the meantime.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a business trip, vacation/business trip. And be sure to keep your receipts because, if you're doing site selection or you're doing stuff related to the business, we can include that as a business expense. So as long as you have legal status and you're entering on the ESTA and you stay the 90 days and you're compliant with that, then that's fine. We'll see what you have, and then we'll enter in, and continue with that. Or we'll basically, you give us everything that you have, and then we'll push things forward.
That sounds good. Okay, something else from your side? What you think about our persons, our business, our circumstances?
I always like, to the extent, it's already a lot changing countries. So to the extent that you can do what you already know in a new market, it's better. I think it sounds like a good strategy.
Okay, and are we getting a little bit help from you for the interview as well?
Definitely. Yeah. We'll do interview prep for sure.
Because of the new executive orders,
Yeah.
it seems to be really tough.
It's tough. I mean, for Germany, I'm not afraid. For our clients from Pakistan and some other countries, it's tense.
He likes investments. Yeah.
Exactly. Investment and top talent. So the nice thing, there's more immigrants in his cabinet now, or first gen from India. JD Vance's wife's Indian. So there's a lot more influence that, illegal immigrants are not welcome, but if you're bright or you're investing, you're welcome. The approval rates were the same for the E-2 visa during his first tenure as during Biden's. So I think you guys are well organized like our other German clients are. and you guys will be set up for success.
Cool.
Okay, that was really nice to talk to you.
Likewise.
Like new motivation and hope for us so that we can make it. And so we would like to have your contract, and then we can start right on spot.
Sounds good. I'll send everything over now.
Perfect. With you guys, we can make it happen, and you're well organized, and I like your concept or your kind of work,
Thank you.
how you work. I like the videos as well, and we feel safe with that.
Appreciate it. Well, thanks for the boost of confidence, and I'll send you everything you need to get started in the next 5-10 minutes.
Cool.
Perfect.
Thanks, guys.